Welcome, everyone. Today, we have the pleasure of hosting Mr. Theobald Sabi, the Managing Director of the National Bank Commerce, NBC, Tanzania's longest serving bank, and the first EBI podcast. With a successful tenure at Standard Chartered Bank and various leadership roles in the Tanzanian banking sector, Mr. Sabi is known for his dedication to technology adoption, customer centricity, and strategic partnerships. He is also a certified chartered accountant. Today, we will explore his experience, strategies, and vision for the banking sector. Mr. Sabi, you have held various leadership roles in the Tanzanian banking sector. Can you share some of the key leadership lessons you have learned in these roles?
Thank you, and thank you to the Egyptian Banking Institute for the opportunity to engage today. From my perspective, uh, leadership is generally about people. It is about deliberate actions to achieve results. And you will therefore agree that to be able to do that, one must remain conscious of the specific cultural nuances of the place where you operate in, and obviously, as well, the resources that are at your disposal. So, over my leadership journey so far, I've always endeavored to cultivate an environment where people are empowered to deliver on their jobs, to deliver on their mandates. But I've also personally taken initiatives to adopt to the people around me, but to also adopt to the context or the culture within which the business operates. And together with that, for me, the values of integrity, customer centricity have been key and continue to be the yardsticks with which I measure myself. There is also the need to embrace change as a leader, as you explore various avenues of growth, and therefore being able to allow the organization and the people within your organization to try new things, to try new ideas, to innovate, whilst at the same time adhering to ethical standards or ethical norms of what is expected in terms of behaviors or conduct is something that I hold dearly. Therefore, meeting the needs of our customers, treating our customers fairly, meeting the requirements and the standards of our regulators, and remain a responsible corporate citizen, to the wider community that we operate in, have always been part of what I consider to be important uh, for a leader. I think the only other item I would want to add is that for a leader, and in particular in my role as a CEO, I think personal learning, lifelong learning, uh, also learning from the people around me is critical to always bettering myself or improving myself so that I always show up in my best to be able to lead the people that I lead. So, encouraging people in the organization that we must continually evolve, we must improve continuously, we must have our eyes open, our ears open to new ideas that are coming from the market so that we are not left behind. Being open to work with partners, the fintechs, for example, in the financial services sector, I think have been key to how I think leadership should operate. So I think these are the few I can mention as I respond to this first question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sabi. How have you ensured a customer-centric approach in your various leadership roles generally, and in your current role as a managing director of the National Bank Commerce in particular?
Thank you. I think personally it is leading by example. And the way I live this value is to always, as a leader myself, to ensure I always have time for customers. I make sure that on a weekly basis, I at least have 2 customer meetings that I get to personally attend together with my team. If a customer ever comes to me with a complaint, I make sure I log it and that the people concerned, if it's not me, get to actually action it, and I would take it as a personal responsibility to be able to give feedback to that particular customer. So leading by example is one important aspect of how I ensure customer centricity in the organization. The other part is to continuously focus on improving our services to customers, our value proposition to customers. So I do stress on the need to continuously assess our product offering, our service offering, so that we identify areas for improvement and continuously improve. The third item of how I drive customer centricity is the whole idea of giving customers the power to serve themselves. And I think here comes in the value of use of technology, and in particular digital technology. So in my industry, in banking, one of the key service that we offer customers is account management services, for example. And on that, we've been able to give customers the ability, for example, to open accounts on themselves or to do their transactions by themselves, either on the corporate online channel or on the mobile banking platform. So using technology to give customers the ability to serve themselves, which actually gives them the ability to do their transactions even past working hours or even on public holidays. It gives customers a lot of power and freedom in terms of how they interact with the organization. The fourth item is around policies and procedures. So we do have specific policies and procedures that requires everyone to treat customers fairly. We have policies and procedures around how to deal with customer complaints. For example, we have very specific standards, and we do actually follow up on that. And the fifth item I would highlight is the governance structure that we have within the organization, where we have a specific forum that looks at customer service, looks at customer centricity, looks at value that we need to be adding to our customers. on a continuous basis, and we do that. The sixth item is where we specifically go out twice every year to ask customers for their specific feedback on our services and areas of improvement, what they are happy with, what they are not happy with, what can we change. And we then take that feedback into our internal governance forums and then come up with specific actions to develop the improvement, the systems, so that we are addressing the feedback from our customers. So if you look at all of these 6 items, I think what cuts across all of them is the need for a culture of customer centricity. And I think within that, for me, it's my own, it's about how I personally live the value or the culture of customer centricity, me attending the forums, me going to customers, myself as well taking the lead where I have received a complaint or where I have seen a complaint or where I see conduct within the organization that is not consistent with customer centricity, that I call it out. So thank you. I think on this one, if you'll allow me, I will stop there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sabi. As a certified chartered accountant, how have you ensured compliance with financial regulations in your various roles in the banking sector?
Thank you. So I am a certified chartered accountant, and I take that profession with utmost integrity. It is important not only for reporting purposes, but it's also important to give our customers, to give our stakeholders the necessary trust and confidence in the bank in terms of wherever we operate. So from my perspective, it's always about doing the right thing, always in terms of accounting standards. It's always doing the right things in terms of our own internal policies. It's always doing the right things in terms of conduct, in terms of how we price our various services, loans, for example, deposit products. It's also about, what I speak out there. I'm always encouraging people to do the right thing. So I think away from accounting is generally about professional conduct and being seen to also act professionally. And that is something that I take with the utmost pride. It is something that I am consciously always doing. I'm currently the chairperson of the Tanzania Bankers Association. And within the Tanzania Bankers Association, we also have a code of conduct that regulates what is expected in terms of behaviors of all the bankers in the country. And we encourage and ask everyone within the Bankers Association to abide by local regulations, by international regulations, by international accounting standards, by professional conduct. So that is something that I take very seriously, even when it comes to things like the tax compliance and other compliance matters. The trust is the one thing that keeps a bank running. Trust is what will keep the banking industry running, and that is something that I hold very seriously in terms of asking our members, asking my employees, but more so demanding of myself that I always act in a manner that is consistent with professional conduct. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sabi. Recognizing the crucial role of data-driven and decision-making in enhancing efficiency and accuracy in organizations. Can you provide an instance where you leveraged data to guide a strategic decision and what resulted from this decision?
Thank you. So we have embraced data in our decision-making processes within the bank. So if it is a decision to do with investments, for example, it is data that we ask so that we are able to analyze the potential success and the potential financial benefits of the investment to the bank. If it is customer pricing as well, we look at data to give us or indicate to us the overall conduct and historical behavior of the customers, and that way we are able to reward those customers that have demonstrated a good conduct by giving them better pricing as opposed to those that have historically not demonstrated good conduct. We do as well use data to inform how we design the various banking products that we offer to customers. So we look at demographics, for example. We look at geographical spread. We look at the industries the customers are in. We look at transactional patterns. And that way, we are able to develop banking solutions that meet the specific needs of these customers. Now, to get to this point, we've had to dedicate a specific data unit within the bank, and that is where we've built and continue to build the data science capabilities so that as a bank we can continually get better at how we are capturing the data, storing the data, and using the data. But it is imperative that in this day and age, it is impossible to succeed without developing solutions that answer or cater to specific needs of customers. And you can only do that by looking at data carefully. So one of the products that we've developed in the bank for driven by data is a product that we call NBC Shambani, which is an account management solution or product that is specifically targeted to the rural population, to individuals who are involved in primary agriculture or farming. And through data, through analyzing data, we were able to understand the specific behaviors and needs of this important segment of the society and came up with this product, which has been quite successful, but also is helping in getting more people into the formal banking environment, and therefore also improving banking penetration and financial inclusion, and helping to give more people access to formal financial solutions, formal banking products, and therefore helping people to improve on their livelihoods. So data is critical, and we will continue to improve our capabilities around data. We've built our internal decision-making processes, policies, and procedure around the use of data, and that is something that we will continue to do going forward. Obviously, there is still a lot of development in terms of building the necessary data science capabilities, but I think we've made a significant progress over the years, and we are beginning to see the benefit of that investment going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sabi. You're known for your dedication to technology adoption. How do you incorporate and leverage technology to improve banking services and performance?
We are in a country where banking penetration is still quite low at roughly 22%. So the only way to get more people into the formal financial system faster and in a cost-effective way is to leverage on technology, because through technology one is able to increase the reach to customers without necessarily increasing the cost base materially. But secondly, through technology, one is also able to help people who would normally have to leave their places of operations, their places of economic activity to go visit a bank branch. But through technology, people are now able to access banking services in the comfort of their homes or in the comfort of their place of economic activity. So technology is key. And from my perspective, technology is the only way out for my organization to increase its reach to customer, grow the number of customers, whilst at the same time reducing the cost to serve um, uh, our, our customers. So we've been able to implement a number of user-friendly interfaces and intuitive digital platforms within the bank, being part of that technology drive. I would say last year we revamped our corporate online channel to give the corporates in this country the ability, to operate using a world-class product. We've done the same with our mobile application tool for retail customers. And we are already seeing more and more customers opt to use the mobile platform as opposed to necessarily walking into our branches. We've also launched an agency banking platform 3 years ago, and as we speak, we have over 16,000 agents spread across the country. And this has been possible because of the use of technology. And we see these alternative channels to predominantly be the way how the bank is going to be onboarding customers and serving customers. I think the other advantage of technology is that it frees up people to be able to spend time talking to customers, understanding their needs, and coming back into the organization to do the necessary changes that then end up delivering value to customers. And as I said at the beginning, the banking penetration is still at 22% in Tanzania, and therefore technology will make it possible for more people to get into the formal banking platform or banking environment, and that will also, in turn, get more people to improve on their livelihoods. And so that is something we are pushing, and we are also open to doing partnerships with various developers of new systems, especially the fintechs in this journey of improving customer service and reaching more people through technology. Obviously, technology comes or requires investment, and that is something we are happy to do, and we've seen that wherever we've invested, it has paid off for the organization. And we will continue to do that because really technology is the only way into the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sabi. Could you share your insights on the current state of cooperation between the Tanzanian banking sector and the Egyptian Banking Institute? And how do you see the potential for future collaboration?
The the prospects that I see are promising, and I say that because as an organization we've been able to work with the Egyptian Banking Institute. We have been sending people at various levels of the organization to attend various programs. We've sent people at a director level to attend programs at the Egyptian Banking Institute. We've sent people from our digital and technology teams. We now have a program where we are getting our people across the organization to be trained via the online programs on various aspects, including sales. And I think the feedback so far has been great and immense. And therefore, we do look forward to more partnership. The cost is also so far affordable, and we ask that this continues. I think the other feedback that we've been receiving from the people that have attended these programs is that they've found the programs to be closer to Africa and more relevant. So, as a bank, as a financial institution, I personally look forward to more collaboration, even for bespoke training programs that answer to the specific needs of my bank or of NBC. I also know that the Egyptian Banking Institute has an agreement with the Bank of Tanzania Academy, which also, I think, provides more of a regulatory perspective to the cooperation of any bank in Tanzania with the Egyptian Banking Institute. So we look forward to more collaboration, to more engagement. We will have some specific bespoke requirements, which we will be very happy to discuss and see how we take them forward. But so far, the feedback on the programs that we've attended, that we've sent people to, has been a quite positive feedback. And so well done again to the Egyptian Banking Institute and the leadership for the quality that you've so far shown in the program you've attended.
Thanks so much, Mr. Sabi, for your time. I wish meeting you again and some other activities. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.